It's easy to get stuck on one thing, and it's really hard to let it go. To accept that whatever you want to do just won't work and that you need to move on to the next thing. It kind of feels like being a broken record. You feel...
Babe? You okay?
I'm fine. So I'm the kind of guy who gets stuck on one thing. Like, for example, if I have something very difficult to do and there's some reason that I can't solve this problem, I can't let it go. I can't just walk away from it or move on to the next thing. Like, I'm literally stuck. Until I solve it, I can't think about anything else. And normally this isn't a bad thing. Like, a lot of times I can usually fix stuff because I'm persistent and I will never give up. But it's also an incredibly bad thing to have. If there's something I can't do about it, like for example, for some reason my Facebook page isn't working, so I had to contact support, and support takes like a good 24 hours to respond back to you. Because I'm not getting contact for those 24 hours, I keep thinking like, how do I solve this problem? How do I solve this problem? And it's driving me crazy. It's frustrating, to say the least. It's hard because I just can't step away and let it go. And the problem with feeling like this is it interferes with your day. You start to feel like you can't focus on anything. You start feeling almost like a broken record. You feel like your mind is thinking about the same thing over and over again, but you can't just quite catch what you're thinking about. It literally feels like I'm a broken record right now. Like I'm skipping over one part and for some reason I just can't move on. And it's difficult. It's really difficult. This can make you feel anxious, it can make you start feeling sad, it can even make you feel frustrated. And for the past few days, that's kind of how I've been feeling. I'm not that kind of person who can let something go. I have to get it done, and I have to get it done now. And maybe you feel like this too. Maybe sometimes you just feel like your thoughts are going too fast, you can't really catch on to them, you feel like you're thinking the same thing over and over again, and you just feel lost. So I've been trying to find ways to kind of get away from this feeling and start feeling like myself again. It's tough to find one thing that works. It really depends on you and, what you prefer best. But I've got a few suggestions. If you ever feel like this, try meditating. The great thing about meditating is that you take a moment to yourself and you focus on what you want to focus on. And downloading an app like Headspace and really kind of just taking a moment to yourself to kind of clear your mind, slow down, take your own pace. It's really good because you feel like you're in control of your own time, you feel like, you can handle everything a little bit better, and it's nice that way. The other thing that I've tried, and I tried this recently and it really worked for me, is free writing. Free writing is basically when you are writing whatever comes to your mind. You don't have to care about grammar, you don't have to care about sentence structure, you don't have to care about anything. There are no rules with free writing. All you have to do is write. And what this does is allows you to clear your mind and just put everything on paper. It allows you to slow yourself down that you are writing your thoughts, because our thoughts go so fast that it's hard to keep track of what they are. But when we write them down, we're able to figure out exactly what we're thinking and why we're thinking it. And it just brings awareness to our thought process, and it's important to do that. And the third thing you can do, and it's probably the most difficult, is to create something. Whether that's to create a video like this one, or to cook, or to, make coffee, or to even just sketch out an idea you have for a film. Even if you're not even a filmmaker, but maybe something that would be cool. Having those kind of allows you to be creative and allow you to distract yourself from what's really bothering you. And sometimes it's hard to kind of let that go, but when you're able to distract yourself and think about something else and put all your mental energy into something else, it allows you to kind of put that aside and kind of take a breather from it.
Another thing that really helps is disconnecting. And by that, I mean putting your phone away, turning off the TV, closing your computer, and not doing any more work. It allows you to kind of put the outside world away and focus on yourself. And it allows you to have a little break from everything.
This feeling, feeling like a broken record, which is what I've called it, by the way, it sucks. It's terrible. It's a horrible feeling to have. And the problem is that not only does it take away from what you want to do, but it affects how you act. Like, it makes you feel a little bit more frustrated with everything. It makes you feel a little bit more anxious and unsettled. And though you're probably not the only person suffering from this, there's so many other people out there. It's something that you have to address at the end of the day. Because you can continue on being stuck and allowing this to affect you. Or you could try something and it may not work, but hey, it's one step in the right direction. And sometimes the best way to fix a broken record is by taking the needle off and letting it rest for a bit. And I know that makes absolutely no sense, but that's how I'm gonna end this video. I'll see you in the next one.